Yo, ho, 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 ho. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Gigi's world is back. He's back again. Back to live a life with you. Yo, with you. Yo, with you. How you going? What's up? Welcome back to another day, another beautiful day, Gigi's world. Oh man, almost again. I was losing my motivation to not do it, but thank God I have you guys to keep me accountable, to keep me here, to keep on discussing the old brainathon and what is going on. You know what I'm learning right now? What is the through line? Okay, so before I go, 64K for BTC right now. ETH Beach dropping 3 grand. I was like, what, 33? Yeah, 33. And a couple of these price corrections are starting to look like fuel prices, man. These fluctuations, like over here in Australia, wherever you're watching it, we got $2.20 sometimes, and it drops down to $1.70. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. During the Rona, they're like, oh, because of Corona, we can't do this. Look, realistically, flights and all that did stop, but I'm not going to get into it. The fact that it hasn't really changed and it's stabilized at this point where the fluctuations are massive, it's just crazy to me. But crypto is doing it right now. I can't say I know exactly what it is. Obviously, Trump had his old big speech talking about Bitcoin, and I think it's a positive future in that speech, whether it's actually that administration or whatever would deliver. But the speech, I don't know if that created a spike and then a sell-off. Once again, not financial advice. So never fucking listen to Kenji. Why are we even talking about this? I have nothing to give in that space. In terms of what I'm thinking of, I am thinking of slash processing slash going through slash understanding is what is the through line right now. Let me give you a bit of context. I'm trying to understand this business that I am now partnered in, Gold Growth. Check it out. But there's so much information. So much information to understand. Like I said yesterday, I'm so sorry that my audio was shit in the video yesterday. I don't think I was actually locked in with this one. So I'm looking at so much information, and I'm trying to correlate it. I'm trying to figure out the through line, because there needs to be a deliverable message to people that are going to follow us in terms of the team and who's coming through. And we are trying to help other people create processes and systems in their business. So we need to make sure we have processes and systems embedded in our business so that we can move forward in a scalable manner. We are creating empowered teams around scalable business models. If we don't have a scalable business model, we can't grow, but we are empowering our team. Right now, I am team. Carl's team, Andrew's team. So I'm trying to see the through line, I'm trying to see connecting dots, I'm trying to see milestones, I'm trying to see goals. As above, so below. As we go through this process, I see this happening in my own life. So, you know, I can see that happening in my own life. What are my goals? What are my milestones? What's my through line? So this is continuously coming back to the principle of correspondence in action in life, and how that can help you to clarify things. Or if you need to work through something in your life, probably best that you apply yourself in a situation that needs the outcome that you are trying to clarify for yourself. I'm posing for the image. So what do you need to do? What do you think you need in your life? And if you think you need something in your life, then go do something that needs that thing. Or do something that, I don't know, help you clarify that concept in a physical structure. Because if you need to solve a problem, you need reference points. The material world will give you reference points. And it will show you tangible things in life that then can be applicable lessons into your metaphysical existence and your spiritual development. Because that spiritual development, we've discussed prior, and my understanding is that spirit has principles embedded in its operation and how it operates. Sorry to repeat myself. But it has principles embedded. And that flows through the human individual, through the material structure of life, and creates the world that we see, in how I understand complexities of how that goes, send me a message. Watch the damn videos. And so if you are doing something, and like me, trying to understand this business, get involved in this business, and to me, it's all timely, it's all divine timing. That when you get involved in something, it's always at a time and manner for what you need. I believe life doesn't always give you what you want, but it does give you what you need. That doesn't mean that what you need is not what you want as well sometimes. If you can recognize that which you need is actually what you deeply want. So if you can align those two values, life's going to be pretty effing sweet. And when life gives you something, instead of being like, oh man, why is this coming to me like that? If you can be, oh sweet, this is what I need. Oh, wonderful. Then I will welcome it in my life. And when that happens, you have a much more positive relationship with the stimuli that's coming into you that may be overwhelming at times, but every time it's overwhelming, just close your eyes and be... It's not to think about it in a sort of way. You just got to accept it. It's a feeling. Intellectual understanding will only get you so far. But if you embody these things, how do you embody? How do you have a mind-body relationship? If you can really feel, where is your mind right now? Where can you feel it? This is where body awareness needs to become a deeper and deeper thing. I was discussing with my girlfriend today. Well, she was talking from a book of how there's this neurosurgeon. It sounds like the story of bloody Dr. Stephen Strange in the Marvel movies and comics and movies, sorry. But he's a neurosurgeon, very, very competent neurosurgeon, and he's a bit of an asshole, great with his work, good with patients, but to his team is an asshole. But he continually goes through some profound spiritual experiences. He had a near-death experience, and it's called the Magic Door or something, because I think he's referring to lessons that he learned in a magic shop when he was younger. I haven't read the book. But my girlfriend was wondering what, because at the beginning I think he's saying that he doesn't believe in a higher power. But slowly she is reading through, and I think, and she also thinks, that he is probably going to talk about that. Now he does believe there's a higher power. I don't know. But we're talking about these, fantastic phenomena that can occur through the human individual. Because there's a reason I'm telling this. Used to my near-death experiences of a person who's maybe not inclined to believe in a higher power has near-death experience, a divine moment heading towards a white light of love and absolute love, seeing his family and everything, changes his mind. And I was then relating that because this just reminded me of another story of the man who made the movie Vax. I think it was Vax, or 1980. 1987, I think the name of the movie was, because that's when vaccination laws changed in America and absconded any responsibility to pharmaceutical companies. I think the law that was passed, I think it's 1987 because it was related to 1984. Terrible acting, but it was very informative. And he said, I remember seeing an interview of him, and he was describing this thing. He was at a lodge, holiday lodge, with his wife. They were upstairs in the second story, and they were chatting. And apparently, through the conversation, just out of the blue, she just piss balls out of the room, down the stairs, out the front door, around the backyard, and just dives into the pool where one of their children had accidentally fallen in only moments ago, and she picked it up and saved the child. And it's like, what is this? And my girlfriend mentioned, because she's the doctor, she says now it's proven, pretty much scientifically proven, that the cells of the child through the birthing process is left inside of the mother. And then I said from there, they have done experiments where they have a cell. I believe the experiment was the cell replicated itself, and they split it. They left one cell in one location and took another cell to a very different location. They stimulated this cell, and this cell had the exact same reaction as this cell. Now this is tying into the unified field theory that I'm trying to get at, or people in the past already know, that the binding agent of all of us spirits, and what is that functionally in the physics, biology, whatever, But fundamentally, these fantastical experiences can happen, and there is a baseline cause to it. So this conversation was going somewhere. I can't even remember anymore. But crazy shit can happen with humanity. Oh, that's right. And the nature of, but if that's always happening, you have to be able to access that, and to be able to access that, you need to be in touch with yourself. You need to. The senses are always going outwards in our modern day life because we haven't been trained, I guess, in the West. It's not always the same everywhere. I'm just saying that the senses are going outwards. It needs to go inwards because unless you have a relationship with the world within, then you're not going to be able to tap into the potential of what human beings are capable of because you are detached from the source. The source is coming from within, like we discussed. Energy is coming through the individual out into the world. But our misconception is that we need to consume energy to be able to have output. But energy is coming from us. Yes, we need to eat food and stuff to sustain it, but I deeply believe that if we continue to cultivate, we shouldn't need that much more resources to really live in the future with a much more pure soul. Right now, I'd say a lot of our souls are super dense, and we really rely on the material plane to keep us alive. But if we continue on the progress, continue on the pathway to true spiritual actualization, I believe that we may be able to have less or I don't know. That's just tangents, crap. But I'm just saying that without a relationship with the self, you will not be able to have revelation. You will not be able to make breakthroughs. You won't be able to understand holistic structures, fractal natures, as above, so below. You won't be able to understand the principle of correspondence, that there is a relationship between the outside world and inside world. If you start tapping into this is the missing link. And we're having a coaching session today, but many coaching sessions, and I'm seeing it more and more, that training is so necessary for people to really understand and have a deeper connection to the internal realm. Because if you start to see it, and you can start to access it, you can start to open those doors, you open the channel, you allow spirit to come through, allow spirit to be embodied in yourself. How do you embody it? Connect to your breath, right? We've said so many times, what is your practice? Connect to your breath. What is your practice? Connect to that. Embody it more, dissolve. This frontal lobe is so active for us human beings, so active. We're constantly in a conscious interpretation of the world instead of relaxing our thing and allowing the world to flow through us. I was watching a beautiful video of a doggy who's just like checking out the fridge, and someone had the camera in there, and this took the biggest smile. He's like, so pure, just so pure. There is no division between any sort of frontal cortex behavior and the rear. Whereas a human being, we're just such huge processing power, which is amazing. And we have this faculty, but we have the faculty and we have the capacity to be divided within ourselves. It's wild. It's a very powerful phenomenon. But if you can understand that we can be divided within ourselves, then you must then realize, hopefully you realize, oh my God, I'm divided within myself, then hopefully you realize, oh my God, I need to bring myself back to being whole. I need to merge those two worlds, which is subconscious and conscious. But the subconscious lives within your body. Genetic memory, emotional memory, it's in your body. You need to access your body. And I was saying to my girlfriend about how I can understand totally why I avoid being in my body so much, because that's what my training is about, is being mind body and connecting with myself. Because when I start getting into my body and start moving in a more holistic and proper function, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. My body and my soul, it hurts. You cannot be there and not be in touch with feelings that are deeper inside of you. That's a feeling. And if you ain't in touch with those feelings, you ain't in touch with opening that channel. And if you don't open that channel, you're not going to be able to experience the mysteries. And if you don't experience the mysteries, then you'll believe that the material world is the end and all of human life experience of this cosmos. And if that's the case, then you're going to believe in a materialistic reality. And if that's the case, you are missing, or you will hopefully come to the realization that you are missing a huge portion of what it means to be human, what it means to be spiritual, what it means to be in touch. And if that's the case, then you are much more subject to being manipulated, to being controlled, and to be swayed by the thoughts, words, and action of others, because you have kind of stepped away, or not stepped away, but you are detached. I'm not saying you could make the detachment. I'm not saying you did it. But if you can acknowledge that you are detached from a deeper truth, from a more whole place, then you need to come back to that place. Because that place is where your guiding principle is. That's where your North Star is going to be. That's where truth knowledge will come from. And if you're tapped into truth knowledge place, then from there you will be able to discern more clearly, because now you have something and you have access, and Spirit will talk to you. Spirit will talk to you, it will converse to you, it will show you things, it will remind you of things, it will tell you when you're on the path, off the path. You'll just know. Yes, you're going to have to cultivate a deeper understanding and discernment, because it's not the most direct thing. It's not saying left, right, yes, no. It's a feeling, and there needs to be a relationship with that feeling. And so you need to continuously come back to the body. And like I said, for me, as above, so below, right? The principle of correspondence. It's going to take a while to understand if you're not really there. But as above, so below. Principle of correspondence. Feel what's going on inside your body, right? Know that there's processes of... There are processes of purification, there are processes and stages feelings need to go through to be able to release from the self, that the self needs to go through certain evolutionary steps to be able to move through something. Not evolutionary, or just steps anyway. It needs to go through a certain process to be able to release, to be move on, to grow. Right? Just think of this. See this visual image. A wellspring, right? Energy coming up and out, coming up and out. Now the channel, you want it to be clean so that this can happen. But when the human individual has blocks, models, issues, here, concerns, the energy comes up, it kind of goes back. It's maybe some's coming out, but then some goes. Can you relate? Can you see any of that happening within you? And when this is happening, if it's free flowing, and you start to understand, and even if it's not free flowing, you start to understand this relationship. You start to see this dynamic relationship, life going through you, not just around you, and you're just part of it. It's through you, and it's speaking to you through metaphor and languages unspoken, yet you know. As quoted by the Kabbalion, the lips of wisdom are sealed, except to those of understanding. Can you see it? Can you see life talking to you? Can you feel it? Do we listen? Can we listen? So, seeing the through line right now, navigating. It helped me, and look, it helps me to get through everything. It helps me to understand the through line of business. It helps me to understand the through line of the story that a song is trying to tell. It helped me by trying to stick to that place, staying centered and staying with the energy. It helped me to understand some critical pieces for my performance. It helps me to understand how to walk better. It helps me to understand how human life here on this planet is currently unfolding. It gives me so much knowledge, so much wisdom, that it's not coming from me. It's not that, and this is a huge paradox of me and I, the self. There's still an individual me, right? Kenji, as I am as a physical structure, you can see there is most definitely an individual that is me. I embody, and this is my vessel. This is my finite boundaries that I am operating within, that I have. But obviously I have an energetic body. Obviously you can feel me. I could walk into a room and you feel my presence. You don't feel my presence the moment I touch you. There's more going on, right? There's way more going on. Because if I was to walk into a room and not say anything and come in, you still feel my presence. Because if we believe it's all material, then I would have to touch you to feel like obviously you see me, etc. But I have a presence. and that's that energetic structure. We all have an energetic structure. And this physical body is an embodiment of who and how you are. How do you hold yourself internally? How do you hold yourself, your spirit, your soul? How healthy is it? That will reflect in your body. I'm lucky that when I can see ailments arising inside of me, like a stomach ache or a sore back or headache or sore shoulders, at least I know because I saw the psychosomatic causality happening prior. I saw a thought process that was not healthy. It was overthinking. It was worrying, and I could see that circuit back into my body, and it's causing ailments. And I noticed that if I hold that thought process for too long, it starts to become, and I can feel it turning into a physical thing, like ulcers or a back pain that lingers, and that's because I'm not structurally orientated to be a certain way so that I can hold my body properly, right? All these sort of things. I'm going on so many rants right now, and I hope some of that made sense. I'm enjoying it, just for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. It's Kenji as well, man. It's Kenji as well. Welcome. I really appreciate it. I appreciate this so much. I appreciate you guys so much for listening to this and being here and being part of my audience and allowing me to rant my brain and my crazy mind. And one day people that do business with is going to see my videos and pick the shit themselves that are doing business with this guy. But I don't really care. I need this. It's too much. I can't be too proper for too long. But I'm super grateful for you guys. I'm super grateful for what's going on. Crypto is going to be a trip. Like I said, my crystal ball is going into October. I don't know. If you got the money, where are you putting it? My questions. I hope you've been seeing these numbers change and you get to see the fluctuations. And hopefully, we'll see what's going to go down with these numbers. Bull markets. It's moving, man. In my eyes, ain't financial advice, is entertainment purposes only. So thanks again. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. I hope the audio is good this time. And until next time, be nice to yourself. Be love. Be love. For yourself and for others. And do good. Until then.